Jean-Michel Basquiat. The name alone evokes an era of rebellion, raw creativity, and an art movement that shattered the confines of exclusivity. A boy from Brooklyn, a graffiti poet, a painter, a neo-expressionist force of nature, Basquiat's meteoric rise and tragic fall have etched him into the annals of art history. But beyond the myth, who was Jean-Michel Basquiat, and how did his art become a powerful reflection of race, power, and identity in America? Born on December 22, 1960, in Brooklyn, New York, Jean-Michel Basquiat was the son of Gérard Basquiat, a Haitian immigrant, and Mathilde Andrade, a Puerto Rican American. His household was a mix of cultures, languages, and expectations. While his father, an accountant, emphasized discipline and structure, his mother nurtured his artistic side, taking him to museums and exposing him to art and literature at an early age. Jean-Michel's artistic talent emerged quickly. By the age of 4, he could already read and write, and his mother encouraged him to draw constantly. But his childhood was not without hardship. In 1968, at just 7 years old, he was hit by a car while playing in the street. The accident resulted in a broken arm and severe internal injuries that required a splenectomy. While recovering in the hospital, his mother gave him a copy of Gray's Anatomy, a medical textbook that would leave a profound impact on his artistic vision. The book's detailed anatomical sketches and medical diagrams would later become recurring elements in his paintings, often reflecting his fascination with the human body and its fragility. As Basquiat grew older, his relationship with his parents became increasingly complicated. His father's strict parenting clashed with Jean-Michel's free spirit, leading to frequent conflicts. His mother, who had once been his biggest supporter, suffered from mental health issues and was institutionalized on multiple occasions. This instability left a lasting mark on him, both emotionally and artistically. By the time he reached his teenage years, Basquiat had developed a rebellious streak. He found solace in the streets of Lower Manhattan, where he became involved in the underground graffiti scene. Alongside his friend Diaz, he began tagging buildings with cryptic, thought-provoking messages under the alias Samo, which stood for same old shit. Unlike traditional graffiti artists who focused on stylized lettering and personal tags, Samo's messages were poetic, satirical, and socially conscious. Phrases like Samo, as an end to mind-wash religion, nowhere politics, and bogus philosophy, and Samo as an alternative to the establishment, challenged societal norms and questioned authority. The duo's work gained attention throughout downtown Manhattan, with their enigmatic messages appearing on the walls of Soho, the East Village, and even near prominent art galleries. However, as Basquiat's ambitions grew, tensions arose between him and Diaz. Jean-Michel saw himself as destined for greater things, while Al was content with remaining in the underground scene. Their partnership ended in 1980, marked by the public declaration, "Samo is dead." This moment signaled the beginning of Basquiat's transition from street artist to a serious painter.
I don't know how to answer such an ultimatum because I think there's people that like my work everywhere. So for me to say, you know, it's liked more one place than another is sort of, you know, I don't know how to answer that either.
No, but that's fine. You say it's liked everywhere. That's great. Fantastic. And your own style, where do you think it comes from?
It's a Creole, I guess, of Europe and Africa. What I mean by Creole is, I mean a mix. The way that Africans speak French in Haiti, I mean, that's what I mean.
And have you had, like, idols or artists that you like very much, their work that you think maybe might have influenced you?
I guess Charlie Parker.
What do you think about abstraction? Does it have anything to do with your work?
Yeah, in some parts, yeah. Abstraction's a good, if it wasn't for, you know, abstraction's a good thing, or else we'd still be in the Renaissance.
The early 1980s were a turning point for Basquiat. He began to immerse himself in the downtown art and music scene, frequenting clubs like CBGB, the Mud Club, and the Roxy. He networked relentlessly, using his charm, wit, and raw talent to make connections with influential figures in the New York art world. His breakthrough came in 1980 when he participated in the Times Square Show, a groundbreaking group exhibition featuring emerging artists. Basquiat's work stood out for its raw energy, vibrant colors, and complex symbolism. His paintings combined elements of graffiti, African American history, and pop culture, creating a unique visual language that defied categorization. The art world took notice. By 1981, Basquiat had been profiled in art form by influential art critic René Ricard, who dubbed him the Radiant Child. The article elevated his status overnight, positioning him as one of the most exciting young artists in New York. He quickly gained the attention of powerful gallerists and collectors, including Anina Nosei, who provided him with a studio space in Soho. By 1982, Basquiat's career was in full swing. He became the youngest artist ever to exhibit at Documenta in Germany and had solo shows in major galleries across the US and Europe. His paintings, often featuring crowned figures, skeletal forms, and scrawled text, reflected themes of power, race, and identity. The crown motif in particular became a symbol of Black excellence and resilience. Despite his success, Basquiat faced constant scrutiny. Many in the art world saw him as an outsider, an anomaly in a predominantly white industry. He was frequently described in the media as a Black Picasso or a street kid turned art star, labels that both celebrated and diminished his individuality. The pressure to maintain his image, combined with his growing dependency on drugs, took a toll on his health and relationships.
Are you happy with your present situation?
Some parts of it.
What would you like to change? Or what is it you're happy with and what is it that you're not and you'd like to change?
Actually, I have to say that I'm happy that I can do what I want to do and survive doing that.
But you'd like something else?
I don't make wishes, you know, it's hard for me to, you know, I don't wish for what I want.
Do you enjoy while you're painting?
Yeah, sure.
How many hours a day do you work?
Off and on all day.
Could you imagine yourself painting every single minute of life, like every single moment?
No.
When did you feel you were a painter for the first time?
I was about 18 years old.
His friendship with Andy Warhol, whom he met in 1983, became one of the most talked about aspects of his career. The two collaborated on multiple paintings, blending their distinct styles, but their relationship was complex. Warhol was both a mentor and a competitor.
What does Andy Warhol mean for you, or mean to you?
He's an important artist.
And in general, but more personally?
He's a good friend.
And many critics dismissed their collaborations as gimmicky. When Warhol passed away in 1987, Basquiat was devastated, retreating further into drug use. Basquiat's final year was marked by isolation and declining health. He attempted to get clean, traveling to Hawaii for a brief period, but his struggles with addiction persisted. On August 12, 1988, at the age of 27, he died of a heroin overdose in his studio. His death was a tragic end to a brilliant yet turbulent life. In the years following his passing, Basquiat's legacy only grew. His work, once dismissed by some critics, is now recognized as some of the most important art of the 20th century. His paintings have sold for record-breaking prices, with one piece, Untitled 1982, fetching over $110 million at auction in 2017. Beyond the art market, Basquiat's influence extends into fashion, music, and contemporary culture. His impact can be seen in hip-hop, streetwear, and even political discourse. Artists like Jay-Z, Kanye West, and Rihanna have referenced his work, cementing his status as a cultural icon. Jean-Michel Basquiat's story isn't just one of art, it's one of struggle, resilience, and unfiltered expression. He spoke for the unheard, painted for the unseen, and through his work, he remains immortal. A true artist, not just of his time, but of all time. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Yeah, I'd say the closest thing to freedom.
And when you paint, do you kind of have a mental vision of what you're going to do before you actually go down and do it? Or does it kind of come out?
Not at all. I do it as I go along.
Do you feel comfortable with people?
Some people. I mean, yeah, you know. These questions, though, they're like, you know, I don't know, you know, do you wish you had feet, or you wish you didn't have feet, or, you know, how would you live without a head? I mean, they're very strange. You know. You know, to ask me if I feel comfortable with people or not. I mean, I don't know how to answer, you know, because I feel comfortable with some people and don't feel comfortable with others, you know. And I don't know. It's as if people were one thing, you know, and I don't see it that way. It's all people being, you know, one thing, and you know, another thing, you know. There's me and there's people. I don't see it that way.
Like some people who like to be alone most of the time, and people around.
Well, I do like to be alone most of the time, but I don't mind people, you know. But I prefer to be alone most of the time.
And I guess you don't like interviews that much either.
Well, they're difficult.